Hello! Welcome back to Magical Girl Monday. Today we are drawing our first bad guy. That's lovely and very exciting. Ended up being elf and evil, so that's really cool. There's so much I could do with this, and if I'm being completely honest, it took me forever to actually decide how to draw it properly. So I had the design planned out for sketching, but of course I still have to actually go in and draw it on my digital platform, and that was the harder part because I could not for the life of me draw her right, especially in her face. So I decided that I would try and just draw out the rest of the body, not worry about the face too much, go back in, fix it later. Had to change the sketch a lot, redo it. It was so much fun. Yeah, so much fun. But I did overall really enjoy being able to draw her. I think she came out great, and I hope you'll like her too when you see the finished part at the end, which, by the way, if you don't want to watch the video, you can go ahead and just skip to the end and you'll be able to see the line art and also the finished colored version. Now, as always, or what's going to be always, our character does have a name. Her name is Maeve Cosgrove. Maeve, according to what I looked up, is another name for the goddess of intoxication. She's a goddess from Ireland, I believe, if I remember correctly. I know it's an Irish name, and Cosgrove is also an Irish name, but it can also be an English name also. And overall, Cosgrove means grove, thicket, but also means victorious and triumphant, which is a good combination and works well for a villain name. It can also work for a hero name. I'm sorry, there are people cutting grass right now. Hold on, I need a few moments. Okay, they're gone now. Okay, but anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so Cosgrove works for both a hero name and a bad guy name, because they want to be victorious, they want to be triumphant, and I'm sorry, they're coming back. Hold on. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm just gonna stop pausing now. Okay, so anyways, yeah, Cosgrove, good name. I want to give her a very stoic pose because I thought she looked very, like, I guess elegant in a way. I thought it would be elegant prompt because, you know, it's an elf. And elves are always super pretty and they look very regal-like. So I want her to also look regal and pretty and like she could step on you. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, but I want her to have, I guess in a way, like a elf prince. Maybe like a dancer. I don't know, just something that like had a lot of flow, looked really nice, but I also wanted it to be practical. I haven't gotten to drawing it yet, but I want her weapon to be a bow, and so of course I had to draw a design for that. And originally I planned to have ribbons on it that were like loose, but then I realized that is not very practical. You're not really going to be able to see how nice the bow looks because of the pose I gave her, but also, the saddest part about all of this, you're not going to see how absolutely beautiful the back of her outfit is, because honestly, I prefer her back to her front, because it looks so much better, but there's nothing I can do about that, because I want her to have that pose, that very, like, commanding pose, sort of like she's looking down at you, but I wish I had drawn a pose where you could see her back. Maybe I will draw her some more and you'll be able to see the back because it's better than the front in my opinion. But I do enjoy how I made the front look more interesting, especially with the tattoo I ended up putting on her chest because she has a flat chest, so I want it to look interesting in the front and not just be boring. So I gave her that tattoo in the front. Don't know if that will stay because I mostly did it so that the front would look as interesting as I thought the back did. But I might just change it because it looks kind of weird. It's also in a way impractical. I mean, I know they're magical girls, but like they need protection too, because it's literally just a bare chest, so that does not work in fighting. And with her being an archer, it definitely wouldn't make sense for her to wear something like that. So yeah, I need to fix that. However, there's one thing I think I regret the most, and that's probably her shoes. I sketched out a different design for the shoes that looked really cute, but I could not find a way to make it look right because of the way I posed her, and because I'm not good at drawing shoes or feet, so I wasn't able to draw it right, and that's a little upsetting. But I feel like I was able to find a good compromise on the shoes, even though I couldn't like put as much detailing on them as I really wanted to, but I'm still pretty happy with it. As for her hair, I want, once again, a pretty Prince-like look. I can't think of any specific characters' names, but I really like the female characters who have like the slicked back hair. It looks really good, and it's a hairstyle I know I could never do, or I definitely can't do it because I don't have that type of hair. But it's a hairstyle. It looks really good. It only looks good on certain characters. Like not everyone can do it. And when I sketched it out, it looked really nice. Once again, it looked better from the back. It may be a problem later on. I need to work on drawing different poses where you can see the back, but I wanted you to see her lovely face, so I had to do it from the front. But her hair gave me a lot of trouble, so that was fun. the work on that. I redid it many times. It was not really that fun to do that part, but it came out good, so it was worth the pain. Now I've been rambling on about her for a bit, so I guess I should finally actually talk about the way I drew her. So this design was very symmetrical, so that made things kind of easier. It's like it made things a bit hard because sometimes I would accidentally move the line and it wouldn't be in the middle anymore, or sometimes coloring wasn't as accurate as it should have been, so I had to fix it a lot. So that was a bit annoying, but thankfully with symmetry it's a lot easier to get things done faster. No, I shouldn't say faster, because it still took me like about the same time as it did to draw Veronica. So there's some areas where I couldn't use the symmetry because then it just wouldn't look right. And I actually ended up changing up the hands when I went in to color it later. Originally, I had the hands be posed in a very simple way because I don't like drawing hands or fingers. It's something I need to work on, but I don't like doing it. But I did go back and look at later, and oh, okay, I completely forgot to talk about this. For the size comparison, because I want her to be on the same scale as Veronica. Now, I love Veronica's shoes. I like her design and stuff. But I'm still a little bit mad at myself for giving her like 3, maybe 4-inch heels, because it made it so hard to get Maeve on scale with Veronica. And I wanted to make sure the style was consistent, which hopefully I think it is. And I think it is. I think they're pretty close on scale and style, so they're from the same world, which is good. I want it to be consistent like that. I don't want them to look like they come from 2 completely different universes. Universes. Sorry, I thought I said that wrong. So I constantly check between the two, make them look as similar in terms of scale as possible. I'll also make sure to show that they're different people, different body types, not the same. And I also did a bit of a contrast between poses and personalities, where Veronica looks very happy and peppy. Maeve looks very mature and stern. So that's a good contrast between the two. So there's a contrast between the poses also. Just wanted to throw that in there. But also, funnily enough, their color palettes are interesting. But because their color palettes, they aren't contrasting technically. They do have colors that look a bit close, but still different from each other. So, Maeve, the color I got from Maeve was orange, which is nice. Orange is a lovely color. It's my favorite color. Or it's one of my favorite colors. Technically my favorite color is yellow. Orange is a nice color. It's not a color I like to work with a lot though. Actually, it was the fact that the color is orange that I ended up going with a paler skin tone. I think highly saturated colors like orange, because they're usually pretty saturated, and as much as she is an elf, I didn't want her colors to become too earthy, because that's just an elf. I want her to look out there, like a magical girl. I don't know why I'm trying to. Okay, so yes, the orange was easier for me to work with the paler skin, because I didn't feel like doing the balancing between having darker tones and the orange. I didn't want the colors to mix and be difficult to see separate. As I said in the Veronica video, my colors are usually very saturated, so I want it to look well together. And with her outfit being me already seeing that I want her outfit to be pretty dark, I didn't want her tone to be dark too, because I didn't want the colors to wash each other out. So I was thankfully able to find a way to have good contrast. Hopefully the next time I get orange, I can try it with a different skin tone, and I can do something more interesting. But I did give her a lot of darker colors in her design, and with a bunch of saturated oranges. Of all the times my air needs to come on right now. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I managed to find a good way to get the colors together to work. I once again wanting her to look more mature. I decided to add some more colors to her hair. Originally I was thinking that, hey, maybe the bad guys, because at the height who they are, they changed their hair color completely. So I want to try giving her white hair. And then I realized, no, that doesn't really look all that good together. But I hadn't colored everything fully yet, so I did not see what it could have looked like. I think it could have looked good, but I do still prefer that she has the brown hair now with the white streaks in it. Maybe the white hair strand is something I can do consistently with all of the bad guys, so they have something that connects them together. Overall, this was fun. I really like Maeve. Her design is nice, and she's pretty, and she's a tall woman. I will hopefully draw her so you can see her back at some point, because I mean, it really does just, the design of the dress in the back looks better than the front, because I had to improvise the front. I wish I had planned out the front to be more interesting, or just done a pose where you can see the back instead of the front. If you had done a pose like that, then you could have also seen the bow better. So that's something, posing is something I need to make sure I fix, but hopefully you'll be able to see her personality through her stance. And that is also enough rambling for today. I'm going to start working on the other ones ahead of time, so I'm not rushing to finish these every Sunday, because that is not good. So yeah, I'm going to go work on the next one. It's going to be very interesting, and I hope you will like it. Now, I'm gonna stop talking and let you enjoy the rest of this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Also, here's your friendly reminder that I have a Redbubble shop. The link is in the description, and if you want to see art anywhere else, I have a Twitter and Instagram as well. Okay, that's all. Bye bye.